Gotta find the chair here. Gotta find the chair here. Hi. How's it going, YouTube? And we were live, apparently. Because I didn't wash my face after supper. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna get right into it. How's it going, by the way? Coat. Cat scratch stalking. Okay. Now, I bet a lot of you are going, what? Cat stalking? What the hell in the hell is that? What? And I bet a lot of you are going, cat scratch stalking. What is that exactly? Like, well, you know what it's like to be, having someone stalking somebody. Well, I mean, it's not bad. Well, it's not bad to have someone looking out for you. But if it's if it's going to be when you don't want that person to do that, look after you, it's almost like stalking is showing up uninvited, either to a girlfriend's house or neighborhood, or a friend's house or neighborhood, and they don't even know about you being there, and you're doing everything to make yourself a complete idiot, a complete door handling screwball, okay? And you're letting them know this because your shadow is being projected off the wall of their house, and they got a sense of knowing you're there when, and they like have a sense that and they have a sense, like a second and third pair of eyes, and they know you're there, but they don't know you're there. Sounds creepy, doesn't it? Like that, like regular stalking is good. Regular stalking is bad, like terrible, bad. But have you ever heard of stalking somebody and not, like you're not on the same planet, as it were? Or you can go straight to the hole, or you can go straight to the where you didn't know you were stalking them. If they knew you were stalking them, like whoever, the girlfriend or something like, or someone like that, then they could just call you. Then they could just call you up on shit. But if they're calling you a stalker for really no reason at all, and you are just no. If they're calling you a stalker just because you didn't quite think things through here, and you were there, they want to be with you, but they don't want to be with you if you're going to be stalking them, watching them at every turn, or buying some glass and then purposely smashing it on you know, and they see it and they're like, hmm? You know, they want to get it, but they don't get it. That, you know, the wheels in their head didn't, in their head, they knew they didn't invite you over. But at the time, you thought it was all right. You thought that it'd be relevant to surprise them. That now, that now that's not stalking. That's forgetting that the other person is human. Okay, but but it can't become. But it can become stalking if if practiced enough. And I don't mean like you would go out of your way to do this. I wouldn't go out of my way to stalk somebody if I knew it was going to be bad before I started. You know, I'm not like I am not a stalker. I'm only what I might call a cat scratch stalker. Cat scratch. I I didn't I did do it. Like I didn't do it. I didn't do it, but I was perceived like I was doing it. You know, by somebody. I was being like anybody can be perceived as a stalker, but they did but the furthest thing from their mind. You know, and there's where the cat scratch stalking comes in. You you didn't really know what you were doing. You did you did what you thought at the time would be a good surprise. Not not knowing it was going to blow up in your face, and then and then a couple of days later you came back and you did it again, and then you came back another 2 days, and then you came back another 2 days, and there's where the regular stocking comes in. You you got a thrill out of it. It scared you the first time, but now you got a thrill out of it. But now you've collected the thrill of, oh, I think I should do this thing called stalking, right? And then become all weird and odd and right down stupid. But but if you didn't really do it on but that that's on purpose, okay? That's on purpose. Regular stalking, cat scratch stalking. That's now that is completely the other side of that same 25 cents thing. You know, that's the other side of the 25 cent. That is the other side of that 25 cents. You know, that's the other side of the nickel, where uh, that's the other side of the dime of stocking. You were dinged. You you did you knew like like you did like like you did not know what you were getting yourself into. You were trying you you thought you were showing up. You thought that, you know, maybe you misread something. Like they were talking to you, and it seemed to you like they were saying, "Oh yeah, you can come over multiple times." Actually, they didn't say that, but that's what you thought they said. Like you could swear they said that to you. You know, you could swear that they said, "You can come as many times as you want," and especially if I'm not knowing that you're there. You know, you could swear, you know, in your head, you could swear they said that to you, but they didn't. You know, so you thought it was okay. The cash scratch stocking comes in as you didn't mean to do it. You did not mean to do it. It scared the hell out of you. You did, you know, you intended it. You intended, you intended to surprise them and hope they would be like, "Oh, isn't that sweet?" You know, like you thought of me here. They didn't. They didn't perceive it as that. They they perceived it like you were the idiot. The you know the the so-called stalker. They they had no they they had no way to know. There couldn't have been any way that for them to know that it was just an accident. Like some of them have a heart of, some of them, the girlfriends and whatever, they and they and if they have a heart of gold, complete heart of gold, they would they would see it before it even got started, and they and and they would and they would be like, not not looking for the stalker. They'd be looking at what is behind the stalker, you know, at you, instead of, instead of the first wall where, they'd be looking, they'd be trying to pinch it, they'd be trying to rip the stalker part of you off you, like it was it was a shadow, or like a bunch of tape, you know. They'd be trying, if they had a heart of gold, say, you know, and there's a lot, and a lot, and and most of all of them have hearts of gold, girlfriends, I mean, and friends in general. But it comes, but there does come a time where they're like, okay, I okay, I cannot take this anymore. You're stalking me, and I like it, ah, and I don't like it. Why are you doing this? Now that now that would be the regular response. That would be the regular response. Why did you do it? Can you tell me what was playing on in your head when you did this, stalking me and me? That that is that that should be the response, but instead you got the red flag right in your face without any warning. Stalker. What does that for you? Right? What does that mean to you? Like like uh like ooh, oh, I'm so scared. Yeah, nice try, but that's not how it works. You're you found out that it was cat scratch stalking. You know, you were cat scratch. Sorry, you were cat scratch stalking, not regular stalking, which is terrible, by the way. But cat scratch stalking. You did know. You knew you were over your head the minute you knew you were over your head and doing something that you didn't know you were doing, and so you're drowning. You're drowning without, you know, you you know, you didn't take your swimming equipment. You didn't take your life jacket. You didn't take zilch, and now you're drowning in a pud, in a ocean of your own um, despair and loneliness, and now you're drowning in your own fear that potentially this is the end of the rope. The girlfriend doesn't want you anymore. That's the mechanism. You know, that is the mechanism of, I'm so sorry. You know, I I don't want, and your nerves are shot, and you almost automatically start crying, almost, and of course the girlfriend's like, should be responding to, oh, okay, let's sit down for a minute, let's talk this out. Instead, it's the first and fifth degree. They do want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. They want you out of there. At at least for a week. At at least for an entire month. And you're lucky if you even get that if they give it to you. You're lucky if you even get that if they give you that warning. You know, no, I love you, but you got to give me a month to come back to my senses, and then we'll talk. You know, but without any warning like that, and they're just going stalker, stalker, stalker. Yeah, sure. Like as if that's going to do anything, which it usually does. But you're sweating inside. You're sweating. You 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 know your heart's pounding like a jackhammer. Your heart is like racing to keep up with your emotions, and it's not. Like I I'm not going to say I'm a victim of this, but potentially on a longboat, I'm a victim of that right there. Of cat scratch stalking, stalking. Not not because I did it. I was perceived as a stalker, but I was but but when I ran and hid in this person's Patreon, I you know I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I was caught between a door and a that hospital door that swings. I was caught between that and the person that I'm talking about is I mean I'm not sure if I should say the name, but let's just call her I don't know. It's a touchy like I don't want to call out names. I'm not that kind of person that calls out names. But I was hurt. I was hurt and humiliated, and I I felt like I was never going to get their approval. That I was never going to be liked by them. And I'm not wearing it around my neck anymore, but it still kind of pinches me that maybe I shouldn't have been in the Patreon. Maybe I shouldn't have been subscribed, but it's just a pinch. Like I mean, I'm a good guy. Anybody else behind me, anybody else before me, and after me are good guys too. It's just we're being hung up at the feet and legs, you know, and like we should know what we're doing, and we wish we had somebody to back us up and saying, "Why are you stalking me?" And you know, let's talk on the phone a little bit and get some background around it. Like let's talk on the phone a, a little so I can get the backstory in this as to why you're stalking me. But some of them just go straight to the punch. Why are you stalking me? I don't want to see you again. Not for at least a month. Not for quite a long time. Like I uh like the rest of the year. But you're lucky to get that even. Like most of them are reasonable, but some of them and a very small some of them are just plain nuts. And they'll do and and they'll do anything. They'll go to any level to make you look like the biggest liar, the biggest asinine creep, and they won't even you know they won't even think they're gonna let their whatever they're gonna let the screw that's supposed to hold everything in their head and they're just gonna yell at you, like, sure. And I don't mean to raise my voice at you. I don't mean to do that. It's just, this is a serious kind of thing here. Cat scratch stalking is when you don't realize that you are stalking and you wish you never did it. That's cat scratch stalking. You didn't realize you were doing it at the time. You know, like your head has fallen off your neck. You know, symbolically speaking, and you're like lost. You know, you don't know where you're going. But you know, like, come on, people. Like, it isn't rocket science, and it's not rocket freaking science to realize the big "why you're stalking me" motive. You know, it's not like they, like, you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean when I say it's cat scratch stalking? Because you did know, because you did not know you were stalking anybody. You that was the furthest thing from your mind. But you can't help it if nature gets in the way. But you can't help it if nature gets in the way, and you're being called a stalker for almost no reason, other than the fact that they want to say something to your face. And okay, all right, I get it. You know, I got the warning bell, and I got the hazard bell, and I got the drill bell, but it's not making any sense. You know, do you, like, just say the one thing you should say? Why you're stalking me, and can you give me, you know, over the phone here, some history on why you thought, on what was in your head at the time? You know, that's the response that they should have, but that's not there at the time. They're they're they don't want to hear it. You know, some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them do not want to hear it at all. They don't want to reason things out at a Tim Hortons or a uh, garden salad diner. They don't want to get, they don't want to go there. But there's a lot of people. But there's a lot of them that do have hearts of gold, and they want to find out why. What was in your head when, a lot of them do have hearts of gold, and they want to know why you were stalking them. They don't want to know why, and they take you and they take you right, and they don't want to know why, and then smack you in the face right after. You know, like, oh, I didn't know you. Oh, I didn't know you thought. Oh, I didn't know this was an accident. You know, and that sends you right down the street, and that smack sends you right down the street. And that smack is, like, I didn't. Oh, it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. You know, like this is how this would work. You didn't mean to stop me. Then what was in your head at the time? Oh, Will Maverick. You know, and that sends you right down the street, almost back to your house. And that sends you down the street through 50 houses and into the farmer's field. Like, when does that make any, like, I mean, how does that make any freaking sense? Right? How does that make any freaking sense? That they'd be like, oh, I didn't realize, okay, let's sit down and talk, and go at it. Bang. You know, like that's a person that's ready for jail. You know that. You know they understood it, like they understood you, but they smacked you in the face anyway. That's a person that doesn't belong. That's a person that's not quite a healthy person. You know, when they understand it because you explained it, but they somehow just couldn't get past it, and then they smacked it. After, after you told them outright that you didn't mean to do it, they still went along and smacked the beef and, and the fries and the ketchup out of your face. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The girlfriend or the friend is supposed to be enough, you know, have enough sense to say, okay, let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's wait for this month to get over. Let's wait for a couple months to go by. And once the 2 months is up, then let's talk on the phone. Get some history on why you were stalking me. You know, I'm curious to want to know why. So after I yelled my face off, so okay, all right. So I hope people like this thing. And by the way, I I I would like to not only dedicate this video to somebody, but to give him a shout out. I not only want to dedicate this, you know, this viral video to Cat Black, but I would also like to give you a shout out. Cat Black of True Tea, Cat Black, love your stuff, and like I love your stuff, Cat, and I hope you continue to blossom and bloom like a flower. Having said that, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next rainbow whenever I make it.